3D animation is the utilization of 3D objects in motion within the confines of a three-dimensional space. In film and television, it can be used for backgrounds, characters, or objects. From its first usages in Future World and Tron, 3D animation has skyrocketed into its own business. Rosaline Babayan is an animator who also doubles as a teacher for this area, who I've had the pleasure of interviewing. Alright, Rosaline, let's start with a bit of an easier one. How did you get into the profession?
I guess I was inspired, like many other animators, by different animations that I had seen. In particular, in my case, was a lot of TV series. And by the time I was interested in it, 3D animation sort of had started.
When it came to your job as a 3D animator, what were some of the duties that you had to perform daily?
A little bit different from a company to company, but in general, most of the jobs that I had as an animator usually started with be given a brief, let's say a storyboard, or even some documents that you quickly go through to be familiar with the characters that you are going to animate. And after storyboard, you sort of use the storyboard to start a process of blocking an animation. After blocking, then we would go to actually working on the animation path.
What were the different roles that you were aware of when creating the final product?
I've been in a layout artist, then as the animator, and in some cases even work on pre-visualization. So in some companies, this can be different jobs, but I have been in studios that as an animator, I'm actually doing all three different areas, and in some cases also motion capture.
How exactly would one try to find work within the field?
Make themselves familiar with DLF, definitely look it up and ask other animators, ask other people in this industry, not just animators, anyone in 3D industry, because that networking will make you actually familiar with groups and organizations such as DLF. Even magazines, networking events that you can join, or again, there are other online groups that you can join.
What would you think employers are looking for in new talent within the animating industry?
A few things, but one of the most important things at the beginning is a demo reel that will show solid evidence of skills that a junior animator, let's say, would need. And then of course, when that is capturing the attention of professionals in industry that are interested in hiring, then of course they would like to also perhaps have an interview with them. It's very important for employers that you showcase them that you understand the importance of meeting deadlines and communicating properly.
Nice. How does communication work between the colleagues within the industry or workplace?
Within a company, there are ways, just naturally going from one desk, I guess, to another to literally communicate with someone. Internal messengers, emails, sometimes they are daily or weekly meetings.
So, outside of workplace health and safety, what other kind of legalities and ethics do you guys have to take into consideration when it comes to working on a project?
Usually projects that you're part of are confidential. So a lot of times when as an animator you're working on a specific show, one of the most challenging thing is the fact that you can't really talk about that show and the details of it to anybody.
Are there any places, whether it be newsletters, magazines, or even online sites that can inform people about the latest trends, styles, or emerging technologies within 3D animation?
I would say probably the best, easiest thing to do is literally to Google for local or international. And I would go back to DLF and mention that you can find a lot of information there too, also using any social media. But the best thing I would recommend is also networking.
Would there happen to be any unions, associations, or companies that could provide help or guidance for those looking for it?
I haven't come across something that's solid for 3D animators. Organizations made out of, artists that try to support each other, definitely. I do believe this is an area that we definitely need more of that support.
Well, thank you very much for this interview, Rosaline. It's been very, very insightful. Thank you very much.